What's good, YouTube? Blaze Shadowthorn here, coming back at you with a Pokemon narrated Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be an OU match against Chris. Looking at Chris's team, it's definitely really scary with two Dragon Dance sweepers in the form of Gyarados and Dragonite. He's also got that Keldeo, which could be rocking Choice Scarf specs, which is definitely something I need to work out for. Zapdos, if it's defensive with Defog or offensive, could be both. Plus that Thundurus and Klefki, both of which with priority Thunder Wave could cripple my entire team. Klefki, if it has screens, if it sets up screens and then he switches in for one of his setup sweepers, definitely could have a problem killing them with Light Screen and Reflect Up. Looking over at my team, I'm rocking a kind of balanced team that I really like. Not really sure what to think about it, but it's a Mega Gyarados team, so you know that's kind of cool. Got a Choice Scarf Raikou, got a Life Orb Clefable, got a defensive Ferrothorn, got a Volcarona, which I haven't seen Volcarona use in like forever. So I was like, you know what, let's bring Volcarona. And I think I got a Banded Scizor, or maybe it's Life Orb with Defog. One of the two. I don't really know. I run like 5 different Scizors. I'm not quite sure which one I decided to bring for this battle. Anyways, getting right on into the match. Gonna be leading off that Klefki as I lead off with Raikou. Raikou's a very solid lead for me on the off chance that he led off with both his, with either Klefki or Thundurus, which he was gonna do. That stops him from getting out of Prankster Thunder Wave turn 1. I go for Volt Switch. I don't see screens, which I'm like, thank you. So that leads me to believe that he's not a screens Klefki, which that's going to be a lot easier to deal with. And since he did not go for a Prankster move, that means like no spikes or something like that. I know he was going to go for either Foul Play or like Draining Kiss or some sort of attacking move. So I bring in Volcarona. I'm willing to sacrifice Volcarona this game because Volcarona looks like he's going to be doing nothing for me. So long as I don't get paralyzed right here, I'm able to fire off a flamethrower, and that's going to be the end of that Klefki, which is fantastic for me, so I don't have to worry about that, and it's worth getting my Volcarona paralyzed just to get rid of that threat right off the bat. So now I can't come in here and paralyze anything else, and I only have to worry about that Thundurus paralyzing everything else. So now he's going to be bringing in this Gyarados, and he's going to set up a Dragon Dance, and I'm like, alright, one Dragon Dance I can handle, but I get paralyzed, so I'm like, well, this lets him get up 2 Dragon Dances, and 2 Dragon Dances is a problem, and I'll tell you why. Because after 2 Dragon Dances, it outspeeds my Scarf Raikou, which means I have nothing to outspeed this Gyarados, and it can pretty much run rampant through my entire team. I really have no solid counters or checks to a +2 Gyarados. I go for Flamethrower, hoping for that 10% burn hacks, but I don't get it, which is a little unfortunate, but you know, it's 10%, I can't really complain too much. But right here he goes for Waterfall. I'm like, yes, Flame Body, come in clutch. I got a 40% chance to burn this Gyarados, and I will be so happy because that means he'll be back in neutral attack, but I don't get the burn, and now he's sitting at a +3 attack, +2 speed Gyarados. And I'm a little upset right now. I'm just a little upset because the +3, +2 Gyarados has the potential to sweep my entire team. He goes for EQ. I am able to live it because I am a Ferrothorn. I believe I'm a defensive Ferrothorn. I go for a Gyro Ball because I felt Gyro Ball would be doing more than Leech Seed plus Protect. Even though I could probably live in the next one, but I mean, I didn't really feel like stalling, and I felt Gyro Ball at +2 speed. Plus Ferrothorn's really slow and Gyarados is decently fast. It would be doing a decent amount of damage. But now he's at +4 attack, +2 speed. And I'm like, okay, this has to end. This has got to stop right now. This Gyarados, you're scaring me, man. You're scaring me. So I go for my Intimidate on my own Gyarados, and I'm going to Mega Evolve. So now he's only at +3 attack. And I'm thinking he's going to crunch me. I'm not entirely sure what he wants to do. I don't think he's going to EQ me because I have a Scizor on my team. And the Mega Gyarados is not that common, actually. And I was correct. He decides to go for an Ice Fang, predicting me not to be Mega. Fortunately for me, I don't get frozen, because if I would have gotten frozen, needless to say, I would have lost the game straight up, because I would have had nothing to deal with this Gyarados. But fortunately, crisis averted. I'm able to stop that Gyarados from sweeping my entire team. But this Thundurus comes in, and I'm like, okay, I gotta switch out, that's fine. I can go back out into the DM Bobcats. I was actually heavily predicting a Thunder Wave to cripple me in case I wanted to go for start setting up Dragon Dances or something like that, just make sure that I can't sweep his team. But he decides to just go straight off the offensive and drop a Thunderbolt, which is a respectable play. I see he's Life Orb, so he's pretty much the standard set. I don't really have to worry about him pulling out anything weird on me. So I'm going to drop a Thunderbolt that does good damage. Then he pulls out Hidden Power, and I'm thinking to myself, is that going to be a Hidden Power Ground Thundurus? But no, it's Hidden Power Ice. I was about to say, that's Hidden Power Fire. That's Hidden Power Ground Thundurus. That's going to be amazing. I've never seen that before in my entire life. and that's actually pretty awesome to deal with electric types, but Hidden Power Ice is just better coverage overall. So that did catch me a little off guard that he would be rocking Hidden Power Ground. But nope, it was Hidden Power Ice. I was able to take it. Not that big of a problem. I switch out here because I'm not entirely sure what this thing wants to do. I go out into the Lake of Rage's Death Fodder, which it seems like a really risky play, but I wanted to see what move he wanted to go for, because he brought it in for a reason. I was kind of predicting a Heat Wave, kind of not predicting a Heat Wave either way. He ends up burning me, which is just like, wow, okay, you burn me with Heat Wave. That sucks, man, because I'm going to go for a Waterfall, and I need damage off on the Zapdos, especially if it's a defensive Zapdos, because I don't have much to deal with the defensive Zapdos. And looking at that damage, I'm going to say it's not, just because that was burned damage, and if without burn, that would have been doing, I would say, like around 40%, because that looks like it did like 15 to 20%, so... You know, that's definitely something I need to keep an eye out for. He ends up bringing in his Dragonite here, and fortunately I die off to burn. I say fortunately because now I get to bring in a counter to this Dragonite and stop this thing from sweeping my entire team, because, ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to get swept by a Dragon Dancing... I averted one threat with this Dragon Dancing Gyarados. I don't want to deal with a Dragon Dancing... Dragonite. He ends up Dragon Dancing in my face, which is like, it was an incredibly ballsy play. I guess he wasn't predicting me to be offensive, and he was predicting me to be defensive. He also has weakness policy, which is another thing. So I'm like, well, okay, I need Requiem to beat that Keldeo 1v1. So I'm gonna go out into Bite Me, and I'm gonna sack off my Scizor to whatever move he wants to go for. It ends up being an Earthquake. That's fine by me because I'm pretty sure I can live a +3 Earthquake, and I barely live a +3 Earthquake with 11 HP, which is absolutely amazing. I'm able to go for a Bullet Punch. I'm able to knock out that Gyarados, which is fantastic. I do die off the Life Orb recoil, so I was Life Orbed, but I'm not really that big of a deal because the only two Mons he has left, I believe, at this point in time is his Keldeo and his Zapdos, both of which Scizor can't touch, or especially this Scizor set. My other Scizor set could touch Keldeo, but not this Scizor set. So I end up bringing in DM Bobcats because it's a safe switch overall. I can drop Thunderbolts, I can drop Volt switches on Keldeo, and since I'm Scarfed, I get to bait and see if he's Scarfed or not. And right now, like I said before, all I need is damage off on this our Zapdos, which is, I'm getting damage off on this Zapdos, which is absolutely phenomenal, because if I can get damage off on this Zapdos, I can bring in my Requiem, take a Hydro Pump, and then retaliate back with a Moonblast. So I am able to not knock out the Zapdos. I was very disappointed. It lives on like a sliver of HP. I'm like, come on, come on. That is just unfortunate, because now it's coming right down to the wire, because I believe all I have left is my Requiem, and he has both his Keldeo and his Zapdos left. And so I'm going to be sending out Requiem right now. I know I have the moves to win. However, I don't know, because of Requiem's luck of getting critted. If I get critted, it's over. I don't get critted with the Surf, which I'm like, yes, okay, I could drop a Moonblast. That's it. That's over, Keldeo, because not only am I max special attack modest, I'm also Life Orb, so it's guaranteed to knock it out, not a problem. He's going to be bringing in Zapdos right here, so I'm like, alright, Requiem, listen up, mate. Don't get critted. Don't get critted. But he ends up not going for the Thunderbolt. He ends up going for the Roost, which caught me completely off guard. If he would have potentially went for the Thunderbolt, critted me, got a para, whatever, he could have won this game. I'm not sure if he's offensive or defensive Zapdos at this point in time. I'm going to say he's offensive, so he had a chance of pulling the game out. But he ends up going for the Roost, predicting him to live, obviously, I guess because I don't know why. But I do manage to pull the narrow 1-0 victory. Requiem, for once in his life, pulling in clutch-like. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and a comment down below. I'll see you guys next time then. Bye.